So that is the home map for the French. No, obviously they're gonna be coming for another open map. So Ghost Lake is like what we have seen in the first match as well between Germany and Sweden. Kinda like the closest map to the Arabia in there. So if you're gonna be having good result there, then certainly gonna be continuing with the same type. So here we go. Gonna be having a lot of snow all around, with a bit of ice in the middle as well, and obviously some relics and some goats. Apparently this is gonna be a kinda like sheepless Ghost Lake. In the previous Ghost Lake that we have had, there was so many sheep. There were sheep absolutely everywhere. This is actually kind of funny. Look at that, those two wolves. Looking at the sheep, don't want to be going there. Maybe they don't trust the ice too much. This is actually funny. Liking that. That's gonna be a screenshot. As apparently right now the Eagle Scout might be kinda changing the allegiance of the scouts if he gets close by enough. But nonetheless, what we need to be right now looking at are the civilizations that the players have chosen for the game number 3, the last one of the match, between Brits and the French. And it's going to be Steakmaster for the British with Malians, then Hallis is playing with Slavs. Interesting choice here. It's usually a civilization that you are gonna be using on something like Arena or Fortress because of the siege and everything, but nonetheless. Rhea is gonna be with Aztecs, that's a solid choice in that. T with Mayans, obviously Mayans are good on pretty much like any kind of map in team games, they are always great. And for the French, so we have Cocorico with Persians, NoPantsday is playing Ethiopians, Luca is with Brits, and Wraith is gonna be playing Indians. Quite a solid array of strong civilizations for the French. There's gonna be a boar already signaled, or yeah, probably signaling the boar, I'm guessing, just so that they know. And who's gonna be on the flank and whatnot. Seems like that Rhea is this time on the flank, on the left side against Luca. It's the same one still, as I think they are selecting the positions, if I remember correctly, the rules of the tournament. So obviously that's why they are always ending up in the same ones. As otherwise, this time actually is gonna be T or no? Yeah. This time it's gonna be a bit of a switch. Steakmaster is coming into the pocket position with this civilization, as he's gonna be replaced by T on there. Careful about the piggy. Yeah, almost ran away back to where it was. But in the end it's gonna be working rather fine. So congratulations, good job on hunting down the boar for some steaks. As on the right flank then, therefore it's gonna be right now as the boar is taken in for T. He's gonna be playing with the Mayans against the flank of NoPantsday. He's gonna be still the same player in there, this time with Ethiopians. So Ethiopians versus Mayans. No, based on the previous games, I'm still expecting it's gonna be the same gameplay. Basically the flanks going with archers, and into that it's gonna be the pockets with the scouts. That seems fairly probable to me, because they are playing fairly similarly. You can see the Persians here again. The horses are almost a given. The other pocket is gonna be Wraith with Indians, so yeah, cavalry on top of that again. Even though the Indians are good with plenty of options, they can be doing multiple things. As Luca on the left side with the Britons, that can be pretty much nothing else than the archers. So let's have a look at what kind of resources and how they are placed. Quite nice gold behind his base, even the secondary one. Obviously the walling is not like the entirely simplest, but it's at least behind the base. At least the two stones are in the front. So maybe Rhea could be trying to attempt something as he did in the previous one. There's some kind of trash. But yet again, with such a secure gold mine, it would be probably heading into a similar result as he did there. But maybe he's gonna be willing to give it a try yet again. Who knows? Who knows? It always can be happening. Plenty of walling already going on by Hallis, as he wants to be protecting himself and his other teammate Steakmaster in the pocket from any kind of attacks. Okay. Okay. And there's gonna be already walling also finished by T from the right flank with quite an ambitious wall. He probably wants to be going towards the stone and from the stone to the wood. I don't know. But this is one hell of a wall unfortunately needed in here. That's tons of resources, that's definitely not for free. And it might be getting a bit challenging to even finish, because you can see that Cocorico is already through into, or advancing into the feudal age. So is Wraith. So the enemy pockets for the French are quite a bit faster already. You can see they are advancing at 19 and 18 villages.
but nay.
Okay, it's gonna be right now Luca checking out what's going on in Rhea's base, so that he exactly knows. That's gonna be the gold secondary one. Save. This actually seems to be blocked by the tree, right? Oh yeah, it certainly is. But since it's a straggler, there could be a bit of fun going on about it. So he probably just wants to be making sure. In case there was some kind of sneaky trash or whatever along those lines coming forward for him. This gold, nicely positioned. That's gonna be also fairly safe for him. Similar to what Luca was having there inside his base. So all the way to the right flank, they are just right now flaring all around. Plenty of wolves waiting in here for their villages, moving ahead for some extra walling, but I don't think it's gonna be needed all that much. At any rate, first scout is in. You can see the militias are moving forward from D. He's gonna be wanting to drash his opponent there. And he's already scouting where to go exactly with NoPantsday. Having two, third one underway and under construction. Or under training rather. Considering that it's a living being and not a building. There are on the left, you can see the Wolfie already in the netherworld. But Luca is apparently having quite a few guys already forward as well. He is... I'm gonna be waiting if he maybe is gonna be interested in the man-at-arms. In the updates and upgrades. So far he's gonna be going for the axe. For the wood gathering, kinda standard. So maybe not. Maybe he's gonna be just intent on maybe even just dropping a few more archers there. And that's going to be exactly what he wants to be doing. And it will be making sense considering that he's the Brit. So why overcomplicate it when it's not needed? And the strong play for the archers is going to be powerful on its own. They seem to be moving quite a bit further away. You can see that Hallis is preparing with the stable. Considering there is a Slav, you can be having at least a few scouts here to begin things with. And it probably will be strong enough army right now with the spearman even to get rid of the scout, and yeah, that should be enough. Considering that Rhea is also gonna be helping out with his own militias. So this battle should be going for the Brits. Just kinda right now thinking when we do have in DE the option of, so all the way through to there's a bit of a skirmish here, the option of having basically melee units having range, like the step lancers. Like one of the next units that would be obviously meant for that would be like the spearmen and the halberdiers, because that's why they were powerful in the Middle Ages, because they were having huge range, and therefore they didn't even need all that much of an armor, and they were capable not only against horses but against normal men as well. Because when somebody's gonna be coming at you with spear, well, good luck at getting at him with the sword. You need to be having a bit more skill for that. But that would be probably completely breaking the game, so they would have to be significantly nerfed, as that range would be making for a whole lot more efficiency for them. They would be obviously dealing damage faster than the horses, so yeah, it would be much more of a bonus. They would have to be certainly nerfed, so it's probably fine not to be touching it and leaving it as it is. Even though it would be interesting for a bit of a, you know, maybe realism or something along those lines. But there are a few things going on regarding realism and DE that we shouldn't be encouraging anything like that at all. Because there are all kinds of different and weird directions where certain things are going. Well, at any rate, that's gonna be right now. Obviously, at this point there was a bit of an attack the other way against NoPantsday in the feudal age. So it's actually fairly nice to be seen a bit of a switch in the momentum. With steakmaster right now having enough horses to be at least able to withstand that. As in the middle they seem to be fully blocked and fully walled. And therefore we might be seeing the Brits right now withstanding the early pressure. This is blocked here. And therefore they might be having a bit of a chance to get into more comfortable castle ages and maybe even to some kind of aggression here. Now obviously the Brit is gonna be able to defend no problem. He's potentially having a bit of access to some stone here. So far Rhea with the Mayans, or the Aztecs, sorry. He's gonna be getting the blacksmith, the archer range. Is he getting some archers here? The Aztecs can be going for them as well. He seems to be doing that. He's gonna be having enough for the castle age already. Right after the villager. Right after the villager, as apparently Hero is gonna be able to successfully break through the palisade gates and walls, but it doesn't exactly matter all that extremely much, because there are gonna be way too many houses and other buildings standing in the way, so he's gonna be able to get anywhere nearby to his opponent, but the gold mine is certainly not all that far away. And there could be a chance that maybe NoPantsday with Cocorico could be trying to abuse it ever so slightly. Otherwise, the steakmaster is having a whole lot better game to the top. Seems to be a bit abusing his opponent there. So congratulations on that. And he's having a more comfortable game this time around. And the gold is still kind of wide open. Problem is obviously right now the spearman patrolling here. But it doesn't have to be a problem if he's gonna be facing 6 scouts. Oh, there's a second one coming. So while he can be right now fighting this guy, he probably should. There was quite nice little micro. Because you could have probably seen what he did. Because he was having the units in the front a whole lot more damaged. And he was trying to get the less damage there. So that they're gonna be fighting. So congratulations, good job. Unfortunately, it also gave enough time for yellow to quick wall. It was well done. Good sacrifice of the lives of the soldiers to protect all the gold miners. So nicely played. And right now it's gonna be probably picking off soldiers by one, because the previous spearmen, they did at least a few hits, and the scouts obviously do not have that much of a damage. In the end, it's gonna be right now T broken through by NoPantsday, who is having quite a solid amount of archers right now breaking through. And is he able to get through here, or is it blocked? I don't see that exactly, but it seems he cannot get through, because if he probably could, he would. I'm gonna be assuming. Yeah, probably so. But castle ages are also on the way, with apparently trying to block the wood line here slightly. First he's gonna be for T himself. You can see that all the other players are also advancing, almost all of them. NoPantsday isn't, because he's quite invested, and also Steak isn't. So one player of each team is still gonna be sticking through castle or through feudal age instead of advancing through. Whereas on the left we are looking at still the militias and a few sheep. They can probably break through a few of the walls here somehow, like inconspicuously maybe. But looking at the amount of units at this point and amount of archers from Luca, it's gonna be becoming less and less likely. As he's just now clicking into the castle, he's gonna be getting obviously crossbowmen as soon as possible. Yep, they're already getting researched, and while Orange already has them, I don't think they're having proper numbers for all of this yet. I mean, like, there are still plenty of archers. He's looking for a bit of hill advantage here. Seems like there is here and there something to be had, and there are the crossbows, and therefore this is gonna be the time to flee for Rhea, because he certainly doesn't want to be using the units at all here. He needs to be keeping them safe and sound for the longest time possible. Okay, so he's gonna be right now making a university, a second TC. So far it seems only second. Only second, but he's gonna be needing some assistance from Hallis as soon as possible, who is already sending at least a few knights. So they're probably gonna be able to survive this for a bit longer. And while this is underway, I'm gonna be having a quick look to the top, where purple is still moving ahead, trying to get close by to the Persians with the 3 TCs and kinda comfortable booming so far, as they haven't been attacked too badly. And it feels to me that even NoPantsday is gonna be finally able to kinda keep a good game. But he's gonna be certainly the very last one into the castle age. You can see he's right now quite suffering, struggling to get there, but he's also in the meantime in the middle of the enemy base and slowing down T's fairly significantly. The villages are at 44 for T, but he's having 8 idle, right now 10. So it's like he would be having 10 villages dead at this stage, so it's still well worthwhile for NoPantsday. Well, it's not obviously high on the villages, but he's high on the active ones, and it's obviously as important in the games. Okay, so obviously the gold block is also an issue. That is luckily the second one that is gonna be quite finally acceptable and also accessible for the Mayan. So secondary gold mine, 3rd TC, he's gonna be already dropping a castle, so I'm thinking that T is fine. He's gonna be able to survive this just alright. Bit of a problem though is happening in Rhea's base. Oh, there's also a bit of radiant here in the middle. Ah, there is a broken wall here. But it's not gonna be anything all that problematic. He's trying to right now drop the TC in here. And even the Wolfie is trying to help destroy all the knights. So with 3, 4, 5, actually even more camels right now coming for the Malian here. He should be able to defend this quite alright. And therefore TC finished, and gold mine also at this point fairly safe. On the left though, the battle is kinda getting scrappy, because you can see the camels from Wraith are gonna be fairly powerful against the horses from Hallis. And since the numbers from Rhea are not exactly high enough, it's not looking all that promising for them. So they might be able to hold off because of the shooting TC for a bit longer, But at the same time, the gold mine is getting more and more open, and there is going to be... No, not a direct attack from here, considering that it's from his teammate. But maybe they will be able to hold off, at least for the time being. Just needs to be careful about, for example, the two militias here on the left area, so that he can be using them to some kind of reasonable effect. So more crossbowmen coming forward, with Castle Age for the last player for yellow also coming forward. With a few camels moving ahead. Yeah, exactly, getting signaled so that he knows that something is going on. He's gonna be apparently trying to break through, maybe even through the house, or getting rid of the stable. Not a bad idea, considering all the crossbowmen coming forward. As to the top, it seems there's gonna be a bit of a counter-attack. Or maybe Cocorico is right now fleeing back. NoPantsday is right now advancing and gonna be trying to get the archers as soon as possible, as he's instantly obviously gonna be dropping the TC next to the gold mine, the most important resource for him. But at least for the time being, it seems that the Brits are holding on rather well. This is gonna be one of, not the longest game in the match, and kind of like the equalist, but unfortunately one of the stables is already gone. Let's see if Rhea with Hallis have been able to stockpile enough army. So far it doesn't seem so, and the siege workshop is certainly a good idea from Hallis to get some mangonels against all the archers, but it's gonna be taking ages, and all the camels coming forward from the red player. Damn, that's so many of them. And Wraith, 64 villages, Cocorico at 78. Damn, he's having such a nice game, it seems to me. 79, right now even 80. With otherwise Luca at 55. Hallis is at 66, that's a good number. Steakmaster 58, Rhea 60, NoPantsday only at 40. So actually yellow is quite a bit behind, as he stayed in the fuel age for quite a bit longer. So maybe there's gonna be a bit of opportunity for them. But unfortunately this is not looking all that promising. As, yeah, another one is not gonna be coming forward from this workshop at all. I'm not thinking it's gonna be allowed. And this one, Mangonel, is gonna be just destroyed by the camels. At least it gives a bit of an opportunity for the knights to be fighting without getting countered. So it wasn't entirely all that useless. As you can see, the Mayan plumed archers are coming forward with a few knights from Steakmaster, as he's trying to get basically the advantage of the hill. Okay, so far it seems like this is gonna be well maneuvered around. Seems to be they have basically agreed for T to be falling back, and as he's in a kind of good position, but they certainly need a bit of assistance on the left side, and I kind of agree with it if they're gonna be continuing with that. Maybe not. That's weird. I was thinking he's gonna be basically yielding and landing a bit of assistance, because I'm thinking he should. If they can be temporarily tripling this, then they will be able to basically withstand the pressure going forward. And yeah, looking at the numbers, this is getting kind of scary for the Brits. The French are getting quite a bit ahead with the numbers of the units. You can see he's fully upgraded. Great missing still for Wraith. You can see the crossbowman only +2 attack, or the +2 range, obviously. As the Brits are gonna be having 1 extra. And even picking off all the horses in there. Yeah, Brits are quite a powerful unit, and no unit. Civilization in Age of Empires 2. All the way to the top, there is still the hole in the walls. That might be a bit dangerous if Cocorico were allowed to do what he wants, especially since NoPantsday is going to be switching there also. But there are going to be plenty of horses coming in, but I don't think they are going to be nearly enough. Looking at just basically the straight numbers of all of them. The plumed archers are going to be switching from the right flank a bit more to the middle, because yeah, the double is going to be quite imminent and inevitable. In the meantime, on the left flank, it seems like that Luca with Wraith are getting further and further. There's gonna be a bit of a micro battle between Wraith and his opponent Hallis, trying to basically prevent him from getting into the crossbowmen. But he's also still getting higher and higher in the numbers. But yeah, well, the camels, they need to be getting under the arrows of the crossbowmen. So it's gonna be all about who's gonna be maneuvering better. And so far, it seems it's gonna be even much easier for the French, because they just do have numbers for all of it. Let's have a look. The gold is also slowly running out. That's another bit of an issue. There is still another one, so it doesn't have to be like the game-ending issue still. But is somebody going for a bit more siege weapons? Doesn't seem so. I kinda really like that idea, so I'm thinking we could have had that more from the great player. Maybe could have been helping in there slightly, as it seems like they're gonna be camping here for a bit longer, the French. Whereas all the way to the top, it seems like the plumed archers with another kind of defensive castle, halfway defensive. as the water is here a bit funny with the ice and everything. There's gonna be market to the top coming forward, but nonetheless, you can see they're occupying the hill, the French, and while the numbers are not entirely all that low, they need to be still getting some better position there. But considering the Imperial Age is on the way for plenty of the players, Rhea also, but much more importantly, Cocorico, and also T, and Wraith is already in. Yeah, well, the left side is gonna be probably breaking even more and more. So you're gonna be looking the Indians going for the camos, into heavy camos, Imperial camos quite soon. And the crossbowmen so badly need the mangonels. So far nothing going on there. On the left for the Aztec. No, the Aztec is exactly the one who could be having siege, as they obviously do have the good onages. But damn, the army is getting way too strong at this point. Way too strong for them. Still right, Frank, they probably will be able to do something with this for the time being. Just need to be careful about the hill, which is very well played by the French. But they also seem to be slowly going forward with some military buildings. Yep, there's gonna be Cocorico moving out of the castle. That might not be stopped, because obviously there are way too many units in the place. But maybe it's gonna be a bit of an opportunity for the British to counter-attack, because right now they are splitting them, obviously. But yeah, this is gonna be finished. There's not enough army at this point, unfortunately, from the Mayan to be doing anything against that. At least he's mythic. He's gonna be getting elite plumed archers as soon as possible. Well, mythic. Imperial Age. We're probably gonna be hearing those from me very often. Very often indeed. And there's maybe a bit of a sneak also going on here from the left side. Interesting. That's a lot of crossbowmen. Like, really a lot of them. Oh, they're gonna be trying to somehow break through the top. Quite frankly, I don't think this battle can be won for the British without the mangonels or onagers. I'm really kinda still waiting for that. But it doesn't seem like they will be having the idea again, unfortunately. So let's see, but they're gonna be running away. Probably don't want to be caught. There's so many arrows here. But they seem to be also heading into a bit of a big battle here. As apparently already cavaliers are in with quite a solid plume archers. They're gonna be able to withstand the attack there and hold it down maybe. But the castle already in. It's gonna be resulting into trebuchets fairly quickly from both sides probably. Considering the Imperial Ages, how they are all in. And the Persian, well, he's right now actually making plenty new horses, and it doesn't seem to be, well, there doesn't seem to be relinquishing anything all that much as, oh, well, yeah, all the camas here. It's gonna be resulting into complete another massacre and a 4v4 battle maybe even. As you can see, this is just basically waiting for the onagers. They are not here in the battle, and even right now T is gonna be trying to block this with defensive castle. Not a bad idea. Problem is that he's not gonna be able to really be quick enough, and there the resigns come, and that's it for the match, with French winning it in the end 3-0. So congratulations, this is gonna be a victory on their home map as well, but this was a very good game by the Brits. They were able to defend the flanks rather well this time around, and it resulted into a whole lot better chance for them, because on the right flank they were playing alright. They were having quite solid chances how to maybe even hold a bit longer, whereas on the left, yeah, well, Luca and Wraith played really well. They had also good combination of units, obviously. Yeah, very good units in there. The camos together with the crossbowmen and the numbers on them, obviously. That was just nicely played. And the opponents couldn't counter it too well, because Rhea, they were suffering, both Rhea and Hallis were suffering losses before they were getting engagements, some important ones, and therefore they just couldn't match the numbers there. And that's why they were avoiding the whole time, trying to buy themselves some more. But in the end, it just resulted into the opponents obviously having better boom even. Get that. The T, though, quite nice one, 124, but Cocorico, he was just an outstanding player in all the games today. 154 villages already well prepared, Mythical Age Persian. Well done. You can see 101 for Luca, 122 for Wraith, 121 for Hallis. Yeah, he was having a nice game. Rhea at 102. So actually both players on the left were having quite good echo. They just couldn't get well going ever since the feudal age, where they kind of lost a few battles, or kind of lost too many units, and the opponents were basically holding them in a bit of a lock and didn't let them get anywhere else. Basically the situation just continued being more or less the same, and slightly improving for the top team because they were the ones that weren't attacked and were having easier time getting the echo and everything along those lines as well. But well played. Good game, the Brits. Let's follow them forward through the tournament, the same as the French. As the French are right now getting a 3-0 victory. And the Brits will be having to try for a victory in another engagement against other opponents here in the group stage of Euro Rumble. Hosted by Desso and much more importantly by Pancarlino. Okay, so what do we have here in the post game? Luca, well, obviously quite nice military. With all the crossbowmen, he was able to kill so many units. That's also why he was so close, because the archers, they just get a lot of kills as opposed to melee units. So that's why the stats for them are always quite a bit higher. Unit skill for Luca, yeah, yet again 66. Damn, what a high number. He also quite nice on 54. NoPantsday at 53. So basically all three archers having the most kills. With steakmaster being kinda close by. He was the horseman, so he was playing well. And Wraith only 17, but we have seen the huge army and basically just the maneuvers on the left. They were just trying to avoid any kind of huge engagement there for as long as possible before they're gonna be maybe in a chance to overtake them, but they really needed the mangonels. That was a good idea by Hallis. They just need to follow through with that a bit more. Maybe for the Aztec, considering what kind of units he can be making and whatnot. So it could have been worthwhile, but the game just didn't get there. Nice play by T. Maybe they should have switched even in the previous game. The pocket and the flank there. As T played it really well. You can see even the fastest Imperial Age with the Mayans. It was a good performance. And also Steakmaster was a whole lot more comfortable in the pocket. And played really well this time. I mean, like, in the last games he just was having a problem that he was doubled. And he just didn't have enough help, so... The good players just kind of slaughtered him there. And strangled him rather. Not slaughtered, but strangled. Slow down his economy too much. And here it worked a whole lot better, the dynamics in the British team. So, I guess they're gonna be learning for the next match. And maybe you're gonna be seeing a whole lot different result in that one. Okay, GG. Congrats to the French. Good games to the Brits again. And let's see what the further rounds are gonna be bringing for them. No, okay then. That means let's correct the score for France, taking 3-0 victory all around, and that should be the last match for today, I think. I'm just gonna be checking out if there's something I kind of forgot or lost. I don't think so. Yeah, it's gonna be it for today. Tomorrow, 4th April, there are gonna be so far 2 scheduled matches. At 19 GMT, it's Germany 1 versus Poland 1. That should be quite a nice match. And then there's Denmark 1 versus France 2 at 15:30 GMT, somewhere in the afternoon. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be streaming some of them. I'm also kind of booked for Age of Mythology tournament streaming over the weekend, so we'll see how that's gonna be going. Not sure what's gonna be exactly the schedule, but if there's gonna be chance, then I'll be probably liking to stream some of the games here. I'm thinking that the first one, this Denmark versus France, I'm probably not gonna be able to do. Maybe the evening one, the Germany versus Poland, but nonetheless, if you're interested in some more streamings, I'm gonna be trying to get something more going, and right now I finally can, and everything is working as it should. So feel free to follow for some more streams of Age of Empires 2 here from the Euro Rumble tournament, or maybe even some other games. Because maybe now, depending if the friends are still on, I might be doing some play with them of Age of Empires 2. But not entirely all that certain. We'll see if they're gonna be still continuing. It will be on HD because, yeah, I would be liking to play on Woobly, but since they are playing just basically literally because of the situation in the world, and yeah, they are not all that into gaming, it's probably, well, it's not all that viable to be convincing them to undertake all the steps in compatibility patch and all the law kingdoms and everything. So we just taken the easy way to be having fun. But it's no problem. Can be enjoying still the same game, Age of Empires 2, nonetheless. But otherwise, if you are also interested in some more Age of games, I'm also streaming regularly Age of Mythology, as I mentioned. Every Wednesday I'm having a community session. And then if there's some kind of live match like a tournament or show match or something, then I'm also often streaming that. And then on Monday I'm usually streaming some old school strategies. Lately it's Hey Heroes of Might and Magic 2. We are nearing the end of Archibald's campaign, and on Thursday it's a bit of a free roll. For example, yesterday I streamed Imperator Rome. That's a bit of a grand strategy that is right now for free until the end of the week. So if you are into something like Total War, Crusader Kings, then definitely give it a go. If it's for free, why not give it a try? So it's Imperator Rome. I'm gonna be putting a video of that also on YouTube, and then otherwise I also stream some RPGs on Thursdays. For example, right now I have Witcher that I'm playing through the first one. So just can be seen in the past broadcasts what is gonna be going on and what's up. But at any rate, at this point that's it for today's Age of Empires 2 as far as casting. So I hope that you enjoyed. And I'm gonna be seeing how's it looking with the friends there. If they're gonna be still continuing. Maybe they will, maybe not. Not really sure how far away they are in the game. But if you're gonna be playing another one, then I'm gonna be just back live here. And you might be seeing me play noobishly Age of Empires 2 as well. And thank you for all the follows today. Actually quite some ones from Same, Pancarlino, J Squared, Meandor, Andre and Frufru. So thanks guys, hope you're gonna be having some good fun going forward as well. And therefore, let's put on some music and wait if there's gonna be some more AOC or not. And yeah, today's matches, well, if you have been here for a longer time, then you know what kind of trouble we had with save games and game drops and everything. So, I cannot wait once Vololo Kingdoms are gonna be coming up for Woobly and we're gonna be able to host proper RTS League for some good old school and quite long-term team game fun. As obviously that is something that is running since 2000 and that was the first RTS League, 2001. Yeah, 2001. 19 years and running, oldest esport competition in Age of Empires 2. You're looking forward to having a new season. But so far it seems like that for proper team games and across all community, Woobly is still the way to go. But we're hoping that once the Vololo Kingdoms are gonna be up, even some people who are right now fully having good fun on DE are gonna be able to play a few games and join up with the rest of the community there. As well, we'll see what happens. But otherwise, if DE is gonna be the place for everybody to be enjoying the game, then certainly we are not above that. But currently it seems like the option is pretty much VK Woobly for covering the highest amount of players all around and allowing everybody to play and enjoy it. And yeah, well, there's also the state of DE as far as the team games, exactly as we have seen today, with especially the restores. If you basically cannot restore games, that's just kind of killing competitive gameplay to quite a solid degree. It's resulting into situations like we have seen in this match, that you steal 2 boars from the opponent and suddenly you have to be having a new game just because the restore doesn't work. Well, some things apparently did not change too much from HD. It's sad, but it's true. Maybe they're gonna be able to improve on it. Fingers crossed they will. But currently situation is what it is. Right, so I'm gonna be taking right now a short pause, and if you're gonna be having some more games with friends, then I'm gonna be, well, streaming some more then. So thank you everybody for watching in the meantime, and definitely glad that you stopped by and enjoyed, hopefully, or enjoyed, at least liked what was going on from the players. as we actually saw and shown quite good gameplay, I think.